Hey, next up we have Bonus 65, Emerald City, from the Rolling Sky original soundtrack. Once again, everybody, this is a Basterd's LFA, a layman-friendly analysis. I'm a professionally trained musician and composer, and my objective here is to explain things in a way so that you don't have to be one to understand what is happening here musically. So, if you like the sound of that, make sure you're following the channel, subscribe to the channel, whatever term you want to use. Like the video, share the video, leave a comment, turn on notifications, become a member, all that good stuff. I just saw what you did there. So, before anything, at the time of recording, we just passed 5,000 subscribers on YouTube. Thank you once again, everybody, for this. I can't believe we made it this far this fast, so thank you. I do not take this for granted. I am grateful every single day that I get to do this at all, and that any of you like this to begin with, so thank you. If we somehow reach 10,000 subscribers on YouTube before Christmas 2025, I will take a single fan fiction of the choice of the community, and I will fully record, produce, and voice act an audiobook for it. We have to achieve this through legitimate means, though, so no account dupings, no botting, no buying followers, no rat behavior. Go share the videos, go bring people to the community, share with your friends, with your families, whatever. Go talk to creators, get me collaborations, that kind of thing. Don't spam people, don't harass people, no rat behavior. Use the hype function on YouTube. I don't know how it works, but we have a group on the Discord that does, so check out the Discord and do that. Disclaimers. Number one, this is my first time listening to this, so I will be pausing a lot, and I will be speaking a lot, as I will be pointing things out and explaining things as I hear them or as I realize them. And number two, this is recorded live on stream on a single take. I already stumbled upon my words. I already got interrupted once. I will do it again. Whatever happens, happens. With that being said, let's do this. Emerald City. Let's go. Okay, we start with a piano, very quiet piano, so a piano. Piano means quiet, by the way, because the full name of the piano is the pianoforte. Piano means quiet. Forte means loud. The name of this instrument is the quiet loud, because before the piano existed, we had instruments like the harpsichord, which looks a lot like the piano, except the mechanism was very, very different. An instrument like the harpsichord, the mechanism was a 1 and 0. It was binary, which means you press down the key and the string gets plucked, and it doesn't matter how far, how strong or how soft you press the key, it's still going to be just the same intensity. However, with the pianoforte, you can press the keys lightly, and you're going to get a light touch. You can go louder, and it gets louder. So, yeah. That kind of stuff. And most importantly, the piano is bringing us our motif. Motif being the smallest version of your musical idea, the seed, the essence from which everything else comes from. With that on the right hand, the piano, you can play with two hands. The right hand is doing the melody, the left hand is doing the chords, and the chords are doing a downward progression, so it's just going down so that it sounds like there's a scale going down while the piano is still holding in what I think would be an ostinato. Ostinato just means that you're repeating the same thing over and over again. Nice. Let's see where this goes. Nice. We accelerate a little bit. Okay, so we repeat this. The mix is a little bit all over the place here, but we bring now we bring some violins, giving us a pedal note, or a pedal tone. Note/tone, which just means we're holding things. We're holding the note. It's similar to an ostinato, but instead of it being a full phrase, it's just one note. And then we're having something else in the lower end. Let me check. The drums and some bass. All right, there we go. We repeat again, we just bring in the drums. Ooh, I like it. I like how the drums just change the vibe of everything completely. Goes to show it, I have to mention it, how important your drums are. If you want to hear an example of how much your drums, your synths and everything can really affect your music, listen to the intro of The Mirror by Dream Theater. The Mirror by Dream Theater, the introduction for this at least, the guitar for the first minute is playing the exact same thing. chong, 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 an ostinato of that, and then the drums, the bass, the synth, keyboard changes every 3 repetitions, and there are points where genuinely it's difficult to tell that the guitar is still doing the exact same thing. We're doing something similar to a less extreme extent in this one, still very pronounced. I like it. Let's see where this goes. Speed up the drums and... So now we are adding another layer to this. So basically what we're doing is we're doing a layered loop. We have an initial loop, which was our initial motif, and then we just keep adding elements on top of it, on top of it, on top of it, so that we develop it further. Right now, what are we doing? We are bringing a piano solo on top of this. When it comes to music, you want to keep a careful balance between what is familiar and what is new. Too much familiarity, too much repetition, too much of the same thing, you risk boring the listener, they tune out. Too much new material too quickly, you risk overwhelming the listener, they tune out. And in this case, this being a loop-based track, that means you're going to be repeating the material a lot. So a way of getting away with this is with a solo. Solos are the universal exception to this rule. You're bringing a solo, and as long as it sounds cool, you get away with it. So let's see how this develops. Very fragile too, yeah. It's the pedal tone that is giving you that. Very nice, and the piano is developing the motif still. Nice. Okay, we're starting to speed up the drums. Very nice. And okay, so now we bring everything down. We keep just the drums, so it's not going off the run. We bring the drums. The drums are very, very quiet back, and we are doing a very special type of call and response. Call and response being a musical conversation. You can hear how the piano is playing, then the violin, then the piano, then the violin, and they are doing what is called canonic imitation. Canonic imitation comes from the concept of a canon, with one N, by the way. It's not the thing that shoots things over, but the concept of a canon. A canon is a piece of music that loops, but you can start the thing, you can start it over from specific points, and it just loops on itself. It builds upon itself. So, I would say thematically, so far, it adds up because we're doing the whole looping thing. We're just building things on top of each other. And now we have the canonic imitation. If you want to hear, you can try this with your friends, by the way. A canon, the simplest canon that there is, row, row, row your boat. You know? Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Merrily, 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 life is but a dream. That one. You can have 4 people singing that. The first person starts row, row, row your boat. When the first person starts gently down the stream, the moment the person reaches that, the second person starts row, row, row your boat. When the second person starts gently down the stream, the third person starts row, row, row your boat. When the third person starts singing gently down the stream, the fourth one starts, and you just keep looping, and if you time it right, you get this beautiful composition, this canon doing the same thing. So the concept of canonic imitation means that you have an instrument doing a motif, and then a different instrument or a different layer of the music repeating that motif immediately after, which is exactly what we're getting over here. And we're getting it in the context, more or less, of a solo. Like, we're now going from a piano solo to a piano and violin double solo, going back and forth. So let's see where this goes. Pure canonic imitation. We bring in the drums a little bit more. We repeat it. This is a super straightforward thing to do. You come up with a really cool piano solo with a really cool violin solo doing canonic imitation, call and response. How do you do this? Let's do it again, and let's just change the drums a little bit. Loop-based. Really good. By the way, the name Emerald City reminds me of the name, because I'm biased. Emerald Seas by Seven Spires. One of my favorite albums. My favorite album by them, by far. Their other stuff is incredible too, but Emerald Seas is one of my favorite albums by Seven Spires. They're a metal, symphonic metal band. I went to college with some of them. And Emerald Seas, I can only describe it as Disney, the good Disney before like 2010, if they made metal, like Disney music made metal, it's magical. It's magical. Emerald Seas is a magical album. I love it. I love it. Adrian, Jack, Pete, they're geniuses. And Dylan now. Chris back in the day, but Dylan, yeah. Anyway, let's continue. I just wanted to get that out of the way. Yeah. Let's see. Still doing that. Yep. Cue repetition. Again, repetition. Now we bring the bass forward a little bit more. How are you gonna end this? Okay, there we go. And now we have gone from the pure call and response to engaging in what we call counterpoint. Now we're doing full counterpoint. Counterpoint being the developing melodies, usually the back and forth of how you develop two melodies at the same time. And right now we are engaging in some good old counterpoint. If you want to hear some of the best counterpoint ever written, just listen to pretty much anything by Johann Sebastian Bach. Almost every single piece he has, it has counterpoint in it, and it's beautiful. Like, he's got his inventions, which are either 2 or 3 part, very simple piano inventions, really good for learning motivic development. There's also his fugues, which are a little bit more complex, like 3, 4, 5, 6 part fugues, and then a bunch of other pieces. He also has some of the most beautiful counterpoint ever written in the Saint Matthew Passion. The St. Matthew Passion is an oratorio. Oratorio is kind of like an opera, but there's no acting. And in the case of the St. Matthew Passion, it tells the story of the Passion of the Christ according to St. Matthew. The opening of the St. Matthew Passion is a fugue, which means it's multiple lines of counterpoint with canonic imitation and played by 2 orchestras, 2 choruses, and a children's chorus. And it feels like you're entering heaven. Like, if you listen to the intro, to the opening, to the St. Matthew Passion, like, the whole thing is absolutely beautiful. It's an entire journey. But the opening itself, if you ever want to imagine what it would be like to enter heaven, just listen to this. It is absolutely beautiful. And right now, we are using some of those principles to engage in counterpoint right now between the piano and the violin. Very good escalation. Let's see where it goes. Now we're having the piano just going up and down in the scales while the violin is doing the solos. Just going completely nuts. And how are you going to end this? One more run of this. Very cool. The bass is really nice too. Yeah, bass is doing a very solid job. One last cadence and you ended with a half cadence. Okay, so we bring it up, half cadence. This probably would build up to the next piece. So when you're making music, you're doing one of 2 things. You're building tension or you're resolving that tension. Point in between, we call the cadence. However, there is something very special, which is called a half cadence. One of the types of cadences that you can get is a half cadence. And what half cadence is that you take that build up and in the section that you're in, you choose to not resolve it. And that's exactly what happened. Usually this is for the purposes of resolving it in the next section or the next track. Self-promotion, because whenever we mention half cadences, I'm going to have to start doing this. An example of that is me. I write my own music, and I have some music. I say it so nicely, I make symphonic death metal. So if you listen to the track Second Conquest, that is by me, my song Second Conquest. The ending of Second Conquest is a half cadence. It builds up and it doesn't resolve, but if you immediately after listen to As We March, it resolves there. So the song Second Conquest leads up to As We March. It sets up, half cadence, resolves in As We March. So, yeah, and that's metal. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, this one is beautiful. My music, like Second Conquest, tells the story, and I still need to finish it, but it tells the story of Genghis Khan's final conquest, the second conquest of the Western Shia, where Genghis Khan died, that resulted in the only recorded instance of an ethnocide in human history. So, yeah. 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 Anyway, there you go. That was Emerald City. What a beautiful, like, it looped a lot, but it never got boring. That was a really, really good use of repetition. Really cool stuff. Emerald City from the Rolling Sky official soundtrack. Brilliant. Once again, everybody, this has been a Basterd's LFA, a layman-friendly analysis. I'm a professionally trained musician, a composer, and my objective here has been to explain things in a way so that you don't have to be one to understand what's happened here, musically. So, if you're watching this on the YouTube video archive thing, thank you for watching. Make sure you're following the channel, subscribe to the channel, whatever term you want to use. Like the video, share the video, leave a comment, turn on notifications, become a member. Once again, at the time of recording, we just passed 5,000 subscribers. Thank you once again, everybody, for being here. I do not take this for granted. I am grateful every single day that we get to do this at all. And that y'all even like it. I love it. If we somehow hit 10,000 subscribers on YouTube before Christmas of 2025, I will take a single fan fiction of the choice of the community, whatever y'all want, and I will fully produce, record, and voice act an audiobook for it. So we have to achieve this through legitimate means, though. Legitimate and honest only. So no account duping, no botting, no buying followers, nothing like that. Go share the videos with your friends, with your family, with your family's friends, with your friends' families. Those are two very distinct concepts, by the way. Go bring people to the community. Go talk to artists to get me to collaborate with them. Do not harass anyone. Do not spam anyone. Don't annoy people. Be cool about it. No rat behavior. And use the hype function on YouTube. There's that. I don't know how it works. It's something for the algorithm. I'm not entirely sure how it works, but there's a group on the Discord that knows, so they know. So check the Discord and coordinate with them. Members get early access to the content. I schedule the videos for the week on Saturdays, and if you are a paid member on YouTube, you get access to the videos for the week on Saturday when I schedule them, at least for the LFAs. So become a member today. If you want to listen to this without me interrupting every 3.5 seconds, I will be linking it in the description down below. If you want to request a song and you're not on the live stream, go to the Discord server, link down below. Go to the LFA requests channel and follow the instructions on the pinned message. And if you want to catch the streams when we go live, we aim for Monday through Friday, 6 p.m. Central European Time. If you're not in Europe, no worries. We have the full up-to-date streaming schedule showing in your local time zone on Discord and Twitch. So, if you live in Saint-Pierre and Miquelon, France, which is not in France, and you're like, oh, but what time is 6 p.m. in Hungary? I don't live there. I live in the Canadian side. No worries. Just go to the Discord or the Twitch, and you got it. And, follow the gaming channel. We have a gaming channel because, of course, I have a gaming channel. What else could I possibly have? I'm on YouTube. Games are Basterd. That's where I put the recordings of the video game after shows when they happen. Link down below, or just search on YouTube for the same username as James R. Basterd. Just swap the J for a G, and you got it. And yeah, there you go. There you go. That was Emerald City from the Rolling Sky soundtrack. Really good stuff, man. Really, really good stuff. But yeah, let's move on. Let's move on.